Welcome, one and all. This is Astro Tarot Tuesday Night Live. How's it going, everybody? How are you doing? Oh my gosh, these energies. We've got to clear the space with a little bit of Palo Santo smudge, sending that beautiful smudge your way. Yes, I am. I am Chanda Sparkles. I'm an intuitive, evolutionary astrologer, starseed. And we are taking quantum shifts in about face August. Yes, we're closing in on the end of August and we have stepped into the healing, mystical Virgo energies. Virgo. Mutable earth sign Virgo. Tomorrow we have Uranus in fixed earth Taurus going retrograde until the end of January. So we're going to get a little bit of a reprieve on the external coming in. But that doesn't mean Uranus isn't going to work us over internally. Internal sudden shifts, internal quantum evolutionary soul shifts will start happening as of now. I'm so happy to be here with you tonight. If you're just joining in on the live chat, we do this every single Tuesday night. This is Astro Tarot Tuesday Night Live. We cover the week ahead's astrology. We also look quantumly into the future and let you know what kind of energies you can expect. I am a psychic intuitive, been doing this a very long time, and I am happy to be here with you tonight. So let me just set this little Palo Santo down. As you can see, I've given you a little glimpse of the board. We have a brand new deck we'll be playing with tonight. We also have the chart for the new moon in Virgo happening this Saturday. Just giving you a little sneak peek of that so that you can have a little look-see at what we're about to explore together, what we're going to fine-tune in detail together tonight. We have Mercury in shadow. Lots of ghosts popping up from the past. I'll tell a little story about that you'll just be like, wow! And you know, when you're entering Virgo season, it's really about your day to day. Your practical, what you're doing in your day to day life and fine tuning that. We'll dive deep into what the new moon in Virgo will be all about. And I am going to warn you, this isn't an easy new moon. It's not. It's going to be a challenging new moon. We have stepped in officially into the challenging part of the year. You might as well just consider this a whole brand new spectrum, a whole brand new paradigm. And we'll get into that. We'll break down the new moon. We'll talk a little bit about Uranus in retrograde and what that's going to mean. And then we will also do the tarot for all of the astrological elements tonight. And at the very end of the night, we'll take Q&A questions. So cast me up to your big screen, snuggle in and feel those cozy autumn vibes beginning. It's like we're in the corridor of autumn, right? Just beginning, just barely, it's the seed, all right? We're at the tail end of summer, but you can already feel the energies shifting. It's very evident to me that these energies have completely shifted. So happy solar return to all of the Virgos in the house, here in the live and on the YouTube replay. Every single full moon, not new moon like we have this week, but in 2 weeks from now, we'll do the giveaways. Every full moon, we do a giveaway package. All right, so I want to get that little bit out of the way. So I'm going to go ahead, now that you've all had your little bit of a sneak peek. Yeah, I've got the Hermit Card out for a reason. We'll talk about that as well in representation of Virgo. So let's see what we've got here. I'm going to turn this is a little bit, seems like it's just getting louder and louder. Then that way I don't have that going in the background. Tonight we do have the sacral crystal singing bowl out for service, because Virgo is where we talk about service. Service to self, service to others, amongst many other beautiful things in the Virgo realm. The Virgo-isms, we'll talk about that. All right, so let's go ahead and say hello to everyone who's here in the chat. Remember, if you're on Facebook, I'm so grateful to you and all of the Facebook groups who allow me to come in and speak to spirituality and astrology in this quantum universe that we are traversing in. I thank you for being here. I appreciate you wanting to learn about astrology and your quantum self, because you know, you too are very intuitive. You too are very psychic. We're all this way. We just have to remember and tap in. And so I'm hoping and praying that more and more of you, as I've noticed, many more are waking up to the fact that you are so much more than just your little avatar in this little flesh suit. All right? Okay, let's say hi to everybody. Hey, there's Cheryl. Hi, come on in. There's Tina. And we've got Christina Carr's Wellness. Don't forget, we have 2 places left for our fall equinox event. Fall into the Sea of Consciousness with myself, Christina Carr's Wellness, and Life and Wellness. We will all be here on Saturday the 17th for 6+ hours, okay? One-on-one with me, one-on-one with Christina next door inside my Galactic Mermaid healing space. And then we have 4 stations downstairs that you're going to create and alchemize your own energy gifts. So it's going to be amazing. I can't wait for Shar Roberts to teach you how to make your own tea blend, organic, beautiful herbs and flowers coming all together so that you can take those home. It's always important to me when I orchestrate these events, as well as I know it is for Christina, that we continue the energy healing after the event. And so we always make sure to send you home with something other than the wonderful healing that you'll receive, the higher consciousness, understanding that you're so much more, that you are everything. In a quantum universe, you're everything. And whenever you are allowed, or I should say, allow yourself to dissolve away the avatar of who you are, and you realize you become oneness with everything. This is the goal, okay? All right. That's very Virgo, by the way. All right, I see Tina's here, as well as Darlene Govan. Hi, Darlene. Donna's here. Hi, Donna. Dominique, yay. Nice to see you back, sister. Hi, Shauna, out of California. Michelle, everybody pipe in. I see some new faces in there. Everybody pipe in. Oh, she's on a flight home, she says. Wow. I don't know if I've ever been live on a flight home. So that's pretty cool. That's really unique. Everybody pipe in where you're from so everybody knows. Good evening from Padre Island, Texas. Hello. And there's our beautiful moderator, Jerry Lynn and Amy Ulrich. Thank you. Good evening, Grace, my Scorpio sister. Shining Star Mystic, hi. Tina, and Facebook user, I bet that's Chasing Sunshine. She's popping up Chasing Sunshine is one of the moderators on Facebook. Please, there's so much more going on in the chat on YouTube. If you happen to be on Facebook, please pop over to the YouTube before we get started so that you can feel the love and the support, the light that comes from all of the wonderful people who gather here in the Sparkle Tribe, in the Sparkle Chat, every single Tuesday night. We're almost at a 2-year mark of doing this. So it's pretty exciting. And we have a beautiful tribe, and the love that is felt and received is genuine. So thank you. And I see Brandy here. Hi, Brandy. How you doing? And Cheryl. Let's see who else we have. Yay. Unity and community. Christina Carr says, yes, this has been a goal. I do the bay leaf ritual at all of my events. And for the last 3 events, that is what I've written for my intention for that time period from that Sabbath, because we always celebrate the Sabbaths. And I put unity and community, and that means unity here and unity here with you and I and everyone else in this Sparkle tribe. It means so much, doesn't it? Doesn't it always feel good? It really does. And there's Renee. Oh my goodness, Renee is back from Sedona, and he is enlightened AF. Have y'all seen his photos? Dear Bro Star, you are glowing. I'm so glad to see you back here. We've missed you. Thank you for being here. And CM, hi CM, thanks for popping in. Hello Ward, how are you, dear? Hi from Belgium. Yay, I'm so glad you're here. You're up a little late to be over, but you know what? A lot of us light workers, we do the late night thing, don't we? But it is Virgo season, so it's time to get practical. It's time to fine tune and really, so Virgo is all about your physical body and the health and the wellness inside, all right? So when you're speaking about Virgo energy, you have to understand they are very particular about things. They want to get down to the finest of details. And really, like most nurses have Virgo in their chart, I find. Anybody who is of service has a strong, some kind of Virgo most of the time. Not all of the time, but most of the time. Maybe their Mercury is in Virgo, so that's why they think like that practical healer. I also look at Virgo like the old crone that lived in the woods back in the day that, of course, everyone had to go and sneak out to see when they needed genuine healing. That's very Virgonian as well. So Virgo season, I feel, is going to be challenging, all right? So that's all right, because we can overcome a challenge. It's going to be intense. That's okay, because we can handle our intensities, because we work on our frequencies daily. It's important to do these things. So we're going to jump into a little bit about, I pulled the inside degrees. There you go. Just in case you wanted to take a screenshot. There it is. These are the Chandra symbols for the actual degree point of this Virgo New Moon that I'm looking at my chart that's happening at 4 degrees and 3 minutes. When we have a new moon, it's when the moon goes dark, okay? The moon is not visible in the sky. It's also a time for banishing. If you're planning on doing any cord cutting, which I like to use cord dissolve rather than cut. You can still do your actual ritual. Amy, my assistant moderator, she brought this up, and I said, I kind of don't like the cord cutting. I'm going to kind of go off into this because I'm intuitively being guided to tell someone. You can do your physical cord cut. So like what I use are these very old sewing scissors that like literally still have the screw. These were my grandma's sewing scissors. All right. And so I'll do the cord cut, but I put it in water so it can dissolve, because what happens with etherical cords once you've cut is they can come back and get tied together. It's just like women who go and get their tubes tied, and you hear about the tubes, they've been tied, but here you go, here's your baby. Yeah, woo! 45 years old, here's your fucking baby. No, I didn't want to do that late in life, but it's okay. I mean, nothing against you if you have. But when you dissolve, then you put it in the water. And I put the water out underneath the sun for a good 24 hours, and do the ritual that way. So maybe looking at dissolving the cord in light, in love, because then that's infusing love into the energy, but it's also banishing that person from your life if you're no longer aligned. And quite honestly, if you're working on elevating your frequencies, you're watching how you feel. It all comes back to how you feel. You watch how you feel. And if you're doing these types of things, then those people will fall away absolutely naturally, right? We've all had that happen. Jobs, family members, lovers fall away naturally, all right? Because if they're not there to meet you, at the frequency that you were rising to and you're up leveling to, then they have some more work to do. And neither nor is wrong. We don't look at good or bad. We have enough of that shit in this duality world, right? This augmented reality that we have to traverse. But these are just practical, Virgo, steps that you can take to assist you, to move you back into the space. And then the quantum entanglement from the universe comes in. And oh my goodness, because I opened up that space and I did that banishing work through love, through light, someone else came into my life, a new job was offered, or I ended up, something happening. It always happens that way, right? So, let's go ahead real quick before I get going, because I've got a lot of information downloads that are coming and flying through, but I've got to take care of a little bit of housekeeping, if you'll just bear with me for a minute. So this Virgo season, we are giving away from our beautiful sponsor, who is she's a local spiritual minister. She's a psychic. All of her information is down below. Elizabeth Pena. Liz Pena is giving away not one, but two beautiful, very gracious readings. She's got one 1 hour card reading right there. That's Liz. She's local here. She's awesome. And then that's $100 value. And then she's also giving away a 1 hour access bar session, $80 value. Okay, Liz Martin Company. She also has the psychic fairs downtown. If you're local Corpus Christi, or you're going to be traveling here, she hosts the psychic fairs at the Emerald Beach Hotel. I hope I'm saying that right. But all of her information, please follow her links, and her social media is all listed below in the description of this video. And thank you, Liz, for being our sponsor for Virgo season. And happy birthday! This week is coming up her birthday. Yay, right? I believe she said it's the 26th. Not 1,000% sure. But anyway, happy birthday. And then also, I'm giving away this Mystic Martian Oracle deck. Come on. Why does it do that? There it is. Yay! By Lisa Porter. Brand new deck. There you go. And also I have this gorgeous cluster. There it is. Clear quartz cluster. Just a gorgeous piece. All of that could be yours for absolutely nothing other than you must like, you must subscribe, you must hit the bell, and then hit all so that you get notifications when I'm going live, and then you comment on this live video. If you're on Facebook and you share it, you get an additional vote. But it doesn't work if you're just in there commenting right now. Like on this live video, it's not, no. You have to go back to the YouTube channel, which helps me to connect with more people It helps me to align my frequency with more people who resonate with my astrology and how I do things. I do things a little bit differently because I do intuitively, as well as I'm an evolutionary astrologer studying right now Hellenistic astrology in my year. I got a year-long course I'm doing right now. So, and I've been doing this since 2016. It's when I started my studies. And I love it. I've been following it since I was a little girl. I was that little girl that couldn't wait for the Sunday newspaper to look at all of the horoscopes when I was like 5. So, yeah. But I've been reading cards since I was a teenager and doing all kinds of esoterics and mystics since I was little, because I've seen and experienced and felt, and I smell across the veil. I can smell colors, all of this since I was little. So I appreciate your support. Please, please, please go to the YouTube channel. All right, that's enough of that. Let's get into this. So really what I want to do first is I want to just kind of like hit the high points of the week. And I have a couple of notes. Yeah, that's right. Stay grounded. Don't be in resistance. When you're dealing with Uranus energy, that's very electrical, high anxiety. And when you have Uranus completely at a stop, like it's at a complete stop right now, and it will slowly begin to shift directions. Now remember, a retrograde phase doesn't mean it literally shifts directions, but it appears to, in the astrology, from Earth's standpoint, and it affects us differently when it's in retrograde versus when it's going forward. So now, as of now, we have Uranus in retrograde as of tomorrow. We have Saturn in retrograde. We have Neptune in retrograde. We have Chiron in retrograde. Let's see. Neptune, Uranus, Chiron, Jupiter. All of the outer planets in retrograde. Pluto in retrograde. All outer planets are in retrograde. Mercury goes retrograde. When does Mercury go retrograde? I have it here in my notes. It's not far from now. So Mercury will enter Libra Thursday, this Thursday, while it's in shadow phase. And it's preparing to go retrograde on the 9th of September. So it's not far off. I want to talk to you a little bit about this Virgo moon. It's not going to be an easy moon. We will break it down on the chart, but it's going to challenge us, all right? And it's harshly aspected, extremely tight with Mars, okay? And it's in a square, so that's always challenging. Impatience, people being impulsive, anger, even sexual frustrations happening. This is a dangerous new moon, straight up. And a new moon phase lasts until the next new moon phase, all right? And it's happening this Saturday. The real tight Mars square can increase, hate, acting out, especially Mars being in Gemini. So you understand, Mars is in Gemini now for 8 months. Like, we're going to have it there for 8 months. And that's unusual because Mars normally goes through one sign in 45 days and he's done. But because Mars will go retrograde in Gemini, and this is kind of like Mars's initiation, welcoming into Gemini, as it just went into Gemini, right? So we have Mars in a tight square, increasing hate, violence, war. But the Uranus retrograde conjunction to the North Karmic node, that's in Taurus, fixed energy, things becoming into completion, things coming into form, okay? That North Karmic node of fate in the challenging square to Saturn it means that we'll have some very significant cultural, political, and leadership type changes on tap. You know, we've already been seeing that a little bit, so watch out for that. Now, Venus is in direct opposition to Saturn during this new moon, which is going to be testy. You know, that's like testing people in their relationships. People might be wanting to step out of the relationship. People might be wanting to cheat even. Urges, lots of urges with this. It's like you want to do something and then you're like, oh, I shouldn't have probably done that. It also is an energy of risks, of spending. Be very conscious of what you are purchasing during this 4-week period. The markets and the economies will have some unexpected shifts because it just has too much of this going on. This new moon in Virgo is not the time to resist change, because I never say go hide in a hole. You know, you have to move with the energy. You have to be able to take your quantum leaps, right? But nor is it time to overreact. Balance and patience. Practicality. Is this practical? That's what Virgo's will be like. Is this practical? You know, that's very Virgonian. A well-considered, methodical, and patient, step-by-step approach is the best. But about face August, this whole month, about face. I was in the military. I remember, about face, you know, I mean, you got to turn completely around and go another direction. That's going to continue through the month. Be ready to shift unexpectedly in a level-headed manner. Reaction is everything to our conscious flow is what I wrote. The sun will be activating 0 to 7 degrees of Virgo this week. We're right on the cusp of the beginning of this. So if you have anything at 0 to 7 degrees of any of the, like if you have a placement in, let's just say if you have a placement in Capricorn at 0 to 7 degrees, the sun will be trining beautifully into your astrological birth chart. So it's always good to look at those. All of this information, by the way, is in the description below of this video if you need to come back and read through it. I always write it all down there for you. This week, we are looking at Cancer. The moon is currently in Cancer, where the moon loves to be, highly emotionally charged, right? And Virgo and Libra in that order this week until I return next Tuesday to talk to you about the week ahead then. So, irrepressible change is happening. This is like setting the stage for what we're stepping into come September. All right. So really understand that these shifts happen not really according to the Gregorian calendar, which if you've watched my channel, you know I'm not a fan of. I think it's set up purposely to screw with us and our actual human cycles. But with that said, it is stepping into this September feel, okay? So we're kind of like in the corridor here, you know? All right, I had a few downloads this week. I didn't have a lot of time this week to write because I've been out of town, but we change our perspectives is what I wrote. Thinking deeply about the structures of our lives that we must change. Everything is changing this week is what I wrote. So, for example, I'll use myself as an example. An internal structure that I know I need to change is I need to lose this 20-something pounds extra that I've gained since 2020. And so I started walking again. And then this morning I was sore and I was okay. I just got up and I did a little yoga in my living room. And, you know, I'm making a point to really give myself more time because a lot of the time I'm just going. with things, and I don't take time to actually do the physical workout that I need to do. So I've started that. You know, I've implemented that change within myself. And it's also health-wise. You know, Virgo is very much your health conscious, to be conscientious of your health. So it's a really good time to do a detox or do a fast or change up your eating habits. You know, I heard somebody who's like, I've gone straight carnivore. And I've heard a lot of people had a lot of success with straight carnivore diet. I was like, interesting. You know, I mean, so there's different things that we can do health-wise, but also mental health, because Mercury is in Virgo currently. Where is Mercury? What degree? Let me see here. Let me pull this now clock right now. It says, yeah, Mercury's at 27, so it's at the tail end of its home sign. When Mercury's at home, we have a lot of things going on with our mental, you know, like we have all of these different things that we're trying to get done. And with it being at 27 degrees, we can really use that, you know. Today, Mercury has been in a trine over to Pluto in Capricorn. A trine is always harmonious flow of the energy. So you might have had a lot of things coming at you that need finalization today that you were not expecting. Because it's also in a long stretched trine over to Uranus, which is conjunct the North Node, you know. And it's a longer trine. It's not real tight, but so we have this today. We had this mystical triangle. So there was a mystical triangle of positive energy today. It was from Pluto over to the Moon, over to, which was it? Neptune. I can't see where it went. It's because I've passed it. Anyway, I don't want to digress, but just know that there was a lot of, I had to lay down. I had to take a little bit of a nap today. I was like, I need 20, 30 minutes just to kind of step back and take a moment here, because it was kind of intense after I had session, and I was just like, wow, you know. I was really tired, really tired. I got zapped. I think the electromagnetic solar flares or whatever must have gone up today, but I didn't have time to stop and look. I didn't have time to hardly check Facebook. I didn't have time to check anything. I didn't check any emails. I was just really busy working and then resting. I gave myself that time. So the thing about Virgo is they'll be busy work, but they also go within and heal themselves within. They know when it's time to step within and take that break, take that moment to just, you know, find the deeper wisdom within. It's a very within and a without sign. You know, they can do both. They're very mutable. Mutable means you could go one way or the other. That's why there's a lot of change about to happen. All right? Okay, let's see here. Let's see here what we got. All right, so I'm going to get these down. Yes, it says here at the top, welcome back, Sparkle Tribe. Virgo New Moon in a tight square to Mars is intensely harsh. There may be some harsh words, some harsh things popping up around the world. Please remember to go right now and hit the like button. It helps the algorithm. Thanks. All right, so I'm going to pop through this week. Make sure I didn't. Okay, so these people of the past. All right, I got that. So these people of the past. So I got this message from an old lover. And he was quite the, we'll just say, standout lover that I haven't heard from in years. And I was like, wow, man. The phone text, the text was, is this still Chanda's number? And I was like, yes. Is this still so-and-so? And he was like, oh my God, yes. And I was like, wow. He's like, I want to come see you. I'm like, okay, that'll be interesting. We'll see where that goes. But ghosts from the past popping up, people from your past literally popping up in your life. This is when it starts. If it hasn't already happened to you, it can be a friend, a work person, anybody, just people of the past popping up in your life. It's the shadow of Mercury. It really is. It's trippy, right? All right. Okay, Shining Star Mystic has an interesting... Okay, so let's kind of just go there for a minute. It was a very dreamy, mystical day, but it was because we had that mystical rectangle in the astrology today. I should have just took a screenshot of it earlier when I was looking at it. Oh well, c'est la vie, right? But yes, that's the other thing. Okay, so your 12th house, the way we do the houses, if you're looking at the evolutionary astrology from your ascendant sign is your first house, wherever that's at. And then you count around and it shows you the house placements, all right? If we're doing sun sign horoscopes, which sometimes I do for full moons or new moons if I feel called, then that's when we just look for the sun sign. But your ascendant sign is truly where you count the house placements, all right? So that helps you kind of understand. All right. Hi, Ann. Hi there. Thanks for being here. Awesome. Okay, let's get moving. I've talked enough about that in the week ahead. Let's make sure I'm not missing anything. So the harder days of the week are going to be tomorrow, the 25th, and the 26th, because we'll be in a dark moon phase. Dark moon phases are always within, even though you're going to want to go without, because it's Leo, and Leo is the star, it's the royal, it's the look at me, it's fire, fixed energy. Get a lot of stuff done in Leo if you're, trying to get things done, especially being in Virgo season. Organize your closets, get that garage cleaned out. This is the time to do it. Virgos were always about, let's get ahead of the game. This is Virgo energy. Let's get ahead of the game and take care of all of this little nitpicky stuff so that come winter, it's so much easier. That's Virgo energy. Then also, we're looking at this new moon, which happens, and we'll just go ahead and pull up the chart because I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Saturday and Sunday, we have a little bit easier. I mean, it's not the easiest of energies, but with this shift, this 24th, 25th, 26th, that's when you're going to really kind of see and feel more the intensity of the build, or I should say wane, but it's actually both. It's a build and a wane. But then you're going to look over here at the beginning of next week, and this Libra Moon, Monday, Moon moves into Libra, will be conjunct to Mercury that has just moved in to Libra. So I wanted to point that out. So on Monday, it's a really good time for any kind of judicial stuff, or if you have like some kind of court thing coming up, or you got some paperwork to handle, or you got some communications you got to talk to somebody about, or whatever. Really, you can find a very balanced outcome. You can find some resolution on Monday. All right, so it's not so much of a moody Monday like we had this past Monday, but this is more of a, okay, we can give and take on this, or we get some finalization and some understanding and some clarity. Your communication will flow beautifully. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and have a little look at this chart. Bam. There we go. Let me go ahead and pull this over. Oh no, I've got it mixed up my mic. There we go. Okay. Tina. I like what Tina said here. She said, "Are you killing me? You're killing me. You're in my brain." Yeah. There we go. Very good. Yes. Please hit the like button. No water sign. We're just now starting the astrology. It's a little bit longer of a night tonight because we have a lot to cover. All right, let me get... First things first, we're going to look at... No, I'm going to give you the imprint first. Okay, so have a look at this card. All right? I want you to have a real close up look at this card. All right, see? He is sitting there digging deep for wisdom. He's very calm. He's surrounded by his loving, calm animals. This is the Hermit card in representation of Virgo, seeking deep wisdom, enlightened. You know, they are always looking for that deeper meaning to life. What is everything truly about? You know, studying, it's a really good time if you're trying to, you know, continue your education. That's why I'm always happy. Well, I used to be happy whenever school started in September, or at least the end of August by Virgo season, because it made more sense, you know? I don't know why they moved it up, probably to mess with our cycles. But that Virgo card for the Hermit is a real indication of, yes, on the day-to-day, I'm taking care of things and I am preparing myself for winter. But right now, and it's also preparing yourself for another. Because when we leave Virgo season, we go into Libra. And Libra is about, okay, it's not just me anymore, there's another. You see, Libra is when we start dealing with relationship, okay? So you're preparing right now internally with all of these planets being retrograde, you know? And I feel like if we truly understood that the identity of self, you know, often we're like, who am I? Where am I going with it? You know, what is my soul's path? What is it that I'm supposed to be doing with my life? These kind of questions are the questions to be asking during Virgo season. Seeking out like someone like Liz Pena, you know, and check out her link in the bio there, right down below. It's in the description. You know, seeking out a healer, an astrologer, a yoga teacher, you know, whatever it is. You know, maybe you're into, you know, going and doing Kundalini yoga. And if you're in Coastal Bend, you'd like to go see my very good bro star, Manny, who's a yogi Kundalini master. You know, so there's a lot of people that you could seek out. And then if you wanted to just seek out the wisdom in books, online, listening and watching videos like this, just simply watching this video right here is very Virgonian, because you're expanding your consciousness and your mindset. You're learning. You're going deep within to have a better understanding of who you are at a soul level versus just the identity, which the identity often gets us into trouble. You know, we get confused in that monkey mind. You gotta watch out for the intensity of the monkey mind, you know, right now going with Mercury being in Virgo strong. Now that doesn't count for you Virgos, because you Virgos are on point with your mind right now, and you know that. Everything you say, do, think, all your intellect is flowing beautifully, my darling. So, all right, let's look at this chart. Let me go ahead and pull it up so I can do the markup. Oh, wrong way. There we go. All right. So the Virgo New Moon is happening Saturday at 3:16 a.m. Please remember, you want to wait 24 to 48 hours after the new moon apexes to do any kind of rituals or ceremony unless you're doing banishment work. All right? So if you're trying to start a new health routine, you're starting a new job, you're starting a new project, whatever it may be, you're going to create a new piece of art, or whatever new thing that you're creating at this new moon, give it a minute and then do it like 24 hours after. The rule of thumb is when you see the slither of the moon in the sky, it's time to begin. Even the farmers have done this for centuries. When someone goes to plant, when you're planting, if you're going to be planting anything, do it right as you see the slither of the new moon, 24 to 48 hours after the new moon apex. Okay, so this new moon, as you can see right here, is at 4 degrees Virgo. There you have the sun and the moon in Virgo, okay? Anytime they come together at exactitude, that's whenever you have a new moon. This new moon is square to Mars in Gemini. Something interesting to note, and I used this kind of chart just as a teaching tool. So if you look right here, there's 3 separate decans. There's the first, second, and third decan. There's like 1, 2, 3. And each decan of each sign, there's 3 decans per sign, is ruled by a certain planet. Okay, so this new moon is ruled by Mercury, which is Virgo's ruler, where we're at. Then you look up here and you see, oh, Mars is at 4 degrees of Gemini, also ruled by Mercury. Look at that. So it's a very mercurial. That's why I said in Mercury's it's the messenger. It's when you get that message that, oh my God, here's divorce papers, bam, in your face. You know, I mean, it's very much, the reason I say it's harsh is because of Mars. Mars is harsh. Mars is a warrior. Mars is intensity. Mars is sexual frustrations and passions when it's in a square. Squares are challenging, okay? This is why I'm saying this is a harsh new moon. Now, with that said, we have over here in Leo, Venus in opposition to Taurus and Aquarius, all right? This is also why I said that you might have like people wanting to jump and do some urges and cheat and whatnot. And the reason I say that is because Venus is all about our love, our relationships, our values. Watch what you're spending right now. Watch, if you have, don't just go buy anything on a whim. And I say that, but I did I totally did the astrology yesterday. I went early because every year I go and I buy a whole bunch of new cool stuff for the fall, like for fall equinox, for the fall season, to decorate the home. I go buy a bunch of candles, and I was buying for the event. The energies are acting wonky. Okay, I was buying for the event yesterday, and I bought quite a bit of stuff. I was like, okay, that's a little much. I probably bought too much, but I do this every year. But I normally wait until like the end of, Virgo season in October. But I went early. I jumped the gun. I was all excited, and because I had a little bit of time yesterday, late afternoon after my dentist appointment, I was like, I'm going now, or I'm probably not going to get a chance to go. But I did spend a little too much, but I did have a gift card too. So that was kind of nice, you know. But I'm just saying, you could have these urges to buy something, and then you're kind of like, I probably shouldn't have done that right now. That during this new moon phase, for sure. So watch for that. Saturn is going to put some restrictions on, I can see people's, marriages missing, fights, people saying hateful words right now because you're dealing with Mars for 8 months inside of Gemini, because it's getting ready to go retrograde. So it's starting to slow. It's good for accomplishing things, but you need to have patience with people, because a lot of people are not aware that this is coming their way, that this is about to smack them in the face. Be very kind and conscious with your words. And if you're someone that's going through these difficulties and these challenges, just know that it's meant to be, because it's a very fated time that we're in. This is a very fated karmic time period. All of this is happening in order to propel us in a quantum different direction. Something else I wanted to also note. See, if you see, this is at 4 degrees and 3 minutes. So you can see the 3 right there, right? This is at 4 degrees and 0 minutes. It's only less than 3 apart, like minutes. So like it's at the exact degree, 3 minutes apart. It's so close. You don't normally get them that close. It's so tight. It's like, whatever's happening here is going to be intense, and it's going to be meant to be. We have the North Node in Taurus with Uranus conjunct. Uranus is the Great Awakener, shaking things up. Uranus is going retrograde. See, he's in the red. And then we have over here the South Node in Scorpio. This North Node, South Node, karmic fated nodes, where the karmic collective consciousness is moving towards the North Node, Rahu, or Ketu, the tail of the dragon, which is the South Node in Scorpio, where we're releasing, what we're evolving away from. So that is in this grand T-square, as you can see. So you've got Venus, planet of love, ruled by Libra and Taurus. The Uranus conjunct the North Node. Saturn, Father Time, the keeper of all of your, he's going to make sure that you have to take care of everything and do it over. Like he comes in and says, you have to do this right. It wasn't done properly. Do it again. It's blocks. It's not an easy energy to deal with. But it also is very moving, and it helps us to learn, to improve, so that we do it better the next time. It's also, see here, this is why I say it's an intense moon. Excuse me. I don't have allergies. My nose always runs when I start channeling this astrology. So that's really all I have on this new moon. Stay within the realm of your practicality, to your fine-tuning your day-to-day. Stay within that moment of, I have to take care of this, and this in order to get there. And when the quantum things come through, such as, this comes in and, oh my gosh, I can't even believe I have to do this now. Because it will. take a moment. Just breathe. Just take a moment. Like, I had to take, like I said, I laid down for 20 minutes today and I just breathe. Breath work is very good through these energies. Uranus rules electricity in our nervous system. And Uranus is a big player right now because he is stationing to go retrograde tomorrow. And because he is a big boy, and he's an awkward boy. He's different. You know, he's not like some of the others. He's very unique to himself. Because of that, it's important that we realize that our nervous systems are getting tapped. A lot of people are going to be on edge. It's an edgy, harsh new moon. I'm going to read the inside degree, and then we'll move on to the tarot. All right. So we're looking at 4 degrees, and I'm going to go ahead and take that down. I'm going to move this over. All right, we're looking at 4 degrees of Virgo. And now I want you to kind of feel into this. You might even close your eyes as I speak it. A small piglet dressed in baby's clothes. A small piglet dressed in baby clothes. That's the vision and the title of this degree point. Trying exceedingly hard to fit perfectly within prescribed standards and the attitudes and values that are traditional or conventional. Let's say it one more time. Trying exceedingly hard to fit perfectly within prescribed standards and the attitudes and values that are traditional or conventional. Intent on memorizing each gesture, every turn of a phrase. You are almost on memorizing each gesture, every turn of phrase. You are almost hysterically straight and narrow outwardly in juxtaposition to how you really see, feel, and respond to things. Inside, there is quavering, an intensely alive and overwhelming primal life force generator. But any way you try to put it forth is troubling. There is no place for utterly other, totally maverick spirits in the midst of ordinary life. So you engage in thousands of disguises, try absolutely everything, ultimately ending up forced to be transparent, direct, throbbingly real, and so ardently sincere that it becomes just the way you are. And you need to be part of the mix as the ingredient we all need, so that the earth comes through and speaks and dances and reminds the others that they too are surpassingly strange. I like that. That last one. Listen. And you need to be part of the mix as the ingredient we all need, so that the earth comes through and speaks and dances and reminds the others that they too are surpassingly strange. So much that you have to do, so much that you're trying to get done. Oh my goodness, because I wear this hat of the astrologer, but I also wear the hat of the death dealer. I also wear the hat of the healer. Oh my goodness, I have so much going on here. Too much. And sometimes you just have to realize that all of that must wait, right? All of it. All of it has to be thrown out the window at some time in order to get back on it, right? A small piglet dressed in baby's clothes is very different. You know, it's trying to be the baby. It's dressing up as though it's the baby. But it's not the human. It's a piglet. And when you come to that realization that we're all trying to live our lives as these avatars, but we're really not, because we are higher consciousness at play on a stage, wearing multiple hats, it becomes quite arduous. And it becomes almost like it's a fun game. It's a movie. It's lots of things just become absurd, you know. So just remember, this degree is a small piglet dressed in baby's clothes. And what are you? And what is your soul purpose? Why are you here? How many hats are you wearing? Do you need to take one of those hats off? Do you need to throw all those hats out the window? These are the questions you can ask yourself as you go deep within. All right. Thank you. That concludes the astrology portion. Now we'll jump into the tarot, and more will come out in the flow. Yes, indeed. Hi, Tracy Lee. Thank you. Okay. We're using the sacral chakra ball. It's a big one too. And it just keeps singing. I love it. And we have brand new cards tonight. Brand new cards. The Everyday Enchantment Tarot. Oh, that's right. Hold on. I wanted to do this real quick. It's this way. Where is it? Here it is. So that Hermit card that I showed you earlier, I already put it back in the deck. But I wanted to just like read this to you. It's a story. Okay? And it says, "Come and sit peacefully beside me. Don't be afraid of my dog. She's a gentle giant. I couldn't bear to share a home with a noisome, demanding creatures. When I close my front door, I shut out the world's distractions and expect a calm home, conducive for contemplation. Some people pull back from the world because they have great work inside them. A symphony, a novel, a painting, while I've retreated because I have my own magnum opus to create. Here I'm becoming my own masterpiece. I'm perfecting my life's work and creating the finest, wisest version of myself. Yes, I realize it's harder to grasp than if I was producing a manuscript or a musical score, and that working on myself can be seen as self-indulgent and unproductive. But I know what I'm crafting is just as worthwhile. I know what I'm crafting is just what is needed. After this intense phase of introspection, I want to embody eternal wisdom and give generously of myself in service to the world. I don't want to become a lecturer with dry ideas, but a scholar of the soul that can show as well as tell. I'll study all the great philosophers and sacred teachings so that I may synthesize their profound works and express them eloquently through my own being. I'll happily work with you and guide you through your own process when I've completed my own. But for now, would you mind closing the door quietly on your way out? I just got chills all over. It's extremely Virgo, okay? That's the kind of energy you want to embody, okay? So exciting. Okay, so we're playing with the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. First time we're playing on this deck, with this deck on this program. It's a fun deck. It's like realness mixed with creatures. You'll love it. It's a really neat deck. And then we're also playing with the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot because this screams Virgo to me. And we're also going to play with the Black Moon Astrology cards and the Indigo Angel cards because I feel like, okay, so Virgo is also in representation of Archangel Gabriel. And when I think of Virgo energy, I do think of the archangels. I do. They have this angelic presence to them. And so, yeah, we pulled out the indigos. All right. Make sure I have everything in order before I begin. That's very Virgo. Let me get everything in order. I get along so well. I had a Virgo best friend growing up. I really vibe well with Virgo. So, you know, it's like you got to have certain things in place in order to move forward in success. When I start channeling and doing these cards, I can't have everything all over the place. You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever you do with your work or whatever you do, you know, maybe if you're in retirement, you know, before you can start to prepare a meal, you know, you got to make sure you have enough butter and you got to pull out, you know, whatever it is that you need. You know, you got to chop your vegetables. You have to prepare, right? It's very Virgo, practical, getting up, brushing your teeth, doing your spiritual hygiene in the morning and at night, you know, lotioning the body, taking care of the physical body on the inside, taking your supplements, trying new supplements, drinking your herbal tea from Life in Wellness. She has some of the best organic, amazing. She hand mixes, hand does, and hand picks all of these wonderful herbs and flowers and makes these wonderful teas. You know, sitting with a cup of tea with your beautiful pets, reading deep philosophical books. Maybe you have the Book of Oneness. Bring that out. Read that. Or maybe you're reading up on mysticism. Or maybe you're reading up on different ceremonial rituals. Maybe you're reading up on the quantum universe or supernatural or, you know, whatever it may be. This is very much, you consume all of this wonderful energy, all of this wonderful education, and then you allow it to flow out of you because your intuitive flow matters. It's you, you know. I learned from so many different astrologers, a variety, you know, so that I could have my own intuitive flow, my own intuitive interpretation, you know. So, yes, Virgos are very natural healers. They absolutely are. Looks like we're going with water, says Amy. Very nice. Thank you. And it looks like we have the time. So that's good. Let's start with water. It looks like the chat's staying nice and clean. And I'm knocking on wood. Oh, that'd be nice if we got through a night without being bombed by bots. Jerry Lynn says 406. There it is. Water signs: Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Moon currently in Cancer, at home. Emotions could be high today and into tomorrow. Let's see where that moon is at right now. 24 degrees. So we have the moon will move on through and then enter into Virgo late tomorrow. So, and we're going to begin tonight with the new deck, the Everyday Enchantment Tarot, for the beautiful water signs. What do the water signs have in store for this Virgo New Moon phase? Water signs. Water signs. Tell me about the water signs. Well, we have the Six of Coins. The Ten of Blades, which is swords in this deck. These are quite big cards. And the Three of Blades. Ooh, yikes, 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 yikes. Well, the Six of Coins is very much a Virgonian energy. This is earth energy. This is air energy. Air energy. You may be dealing with either a Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, because your challenge here is, like, literally, you can see this woman. She's been stabbed in the back. She's had every single one of these blades are a representation of mental anxiety, mental hurts, mental torments, things that she's had to go through, things she's had to accomplish, things, you know, these are pains that have happened to her. She's trying to keep things in balance. She's been trying to give, you know, but she needs to also receive, is what I feel. And the Three of Blades, that's the heartbreak card. That's complete heartbreak. You know, being so consumed in your loss and in your lack. This one just fell out. The Hierophant. Coming in from outside of you, there's a teacher. There's a spiritual teacher. It can also be a minister, a priest of some sort. It can also just be some guru that's wise that you've gone to, a counselor. But they're spiritual, you know. This is also very much like in representation of the hierarchy. Okay, it's a hierarchy. So something here, as you've tried to stay in balance, as you're giving and taking here, there's something here that's just, you know, your challenge here is to realize that this is over. This is the end. And you're holding on to a lot of this emotion. You're holding on to a lot of this grief, this sadness, this loss. It's like losing a lover or losing a child. You know, it's really your mom passing away. It's a real challenge to get past that kind of grief. And I know from experience how hard that is. But someone is going to be this is coming in from outside of you energy. So someone's going to be giving you some kind of advice. There's some kind of wisdom that's coming through to help you get through this. Because the nice thing about the Ten of Swords is it's over. There's not another, and that one just popped. The King of Cups. So you have the King of Cups. This is a man who's completely, or it could be a female, but this is someone who's completely, their emotional integrity and their giving heart, they really do give, okay? But they have it balanced through their mental state, their intuitive flow through the mental state. They've mastered it, you know. As you can see, he's standing there and he has his kids and he's got what it looks like to be paint or something all over him, you know. He's worked hard for what he's got. You can tell, and he's the family man, you know. He loves his kids and he gives for his children. Very open-hearted individual. So I feel like this may even be someone that you love that's coming in to assist you with this horrible heartbreak. I mean, you got two of the most heartbreak cards there are in the deck right there, back to back. Water signs, come on, what's the outcome? A Six of Cups is like looking back on the past. It's feeling very melancholy. This energy here tells me that you're just going to be pretty much lost in this for a little while. You know, looking back on better times. That's the answer. You know, if you get lost in such a grief state, if you get lost to where you just don't even, it's just like, you know, you just feel like you just can't go on. Maybe looking back at the more positive times, looking back at the happier moments will help you to get past that level of the grief, the sadness, the loss, bringing in the balance, knowing that you gave and you gave, you gave, but you must learn that you have to receive. There must be a fair energy exchange. And there's a wisdom. What is this? This just fell out. Oh my goodness. So you have the Five of Blades. So the Five of Blades is, okay, so you're just going to have to be harsh. You know, if somebody's hurt you this deeply, this is all about, I'm just going to turn it this way so you can see it a little bit better. So like this chef, he is doing his thing. He's got an attitude about it, and he don't care who he hurts. And he's not even involving these guys in the back. And you can tell that these guys are not happy with him, really. One's walking away, and one's like, this dick, you know? So this might be absolutely the attitude that you have to get. On the consciousness scale, the frequency consciousness scale, you go from fear or from grief to fear to anger. That's the next level up in order to get past all of it. So maybe it's time to be a little harsh. This is a harsh Virgo new moon. And as sad and disappointing as it is, try focusing back on the positive things that were about this situation. Knowing that there's someone there that's really genuine, that's wanting to learn, that's wanting to teach you something. I feel a very loving, if there is a loving water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer in your realms, lean on them. They'll be there for you. This is a very positive energy. This is the most positive energy on the deck. But I feel like if this is you, you're going to have to get angry. And we own all of our emotions, don't we? You don't stay there, but you honor it. Okay, let's see here. What's on the bottom of the deck? The Magician. It's time to become the alchemist of your life. After this entire emotional heartbreak, this episode of abandonment almost, I feel, it's time to create. It's time to start fresh, okay? The Magician is the second card in the Major Life Event Major Tarot. Okay, so there's only 22 of these cards, and it's the second one. It's time to realize that you have the tools to rebuild again, to alchemize the energy. And I'm getting high-pitched tones in the right side, which gives me confirmation that the light is there to help you, to assist you through. Call on your highest guidance. Call on the energies, if you're into the angelics or the galactics or whomever that is, your guides that assist you to get you through this. We're going to get further clarity with the Black Moon Astrology deck. Further clarity for the water signs with the Black Moon Astrology deck. So you have the Sun and Spirit, which is, your spirit, your soul, your consciousness, your sun in astrology. And then you have the fire element, which is desire. This is a 10, which reduces to a 1, and then you have another 1. This right here is number 1, because it goes from 0 to the Fool to number 1. Oh, I'm sorry, this right here, the Magician. So this tells me you're going to have to begin again. There's no going back. Reflecting may help your heart a little bit, but in the long run, you're going to have to get angry, and you're going to have to take what you can and leave the rest. And focus in on your soul. Focus in on your spirit. Fire element energy, that passion, that creativity to move things. This is a harmonious trine here. A trine means that you must create the flow, okay? To get past all of this. Yes, 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 water signs. All right, let's see what else we have here. We'll also pull from the Indigo Angels for the water signs. The Indigo Angels for the water signs. Think about it. What's on the bottom? Think about it and ask for a sign. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. This is a very mental, these are very mental cards here. Reflecting. You'll see signs come your way. I see like certain leaves, like you'll see certain leaves that mean something, or you'll see falling leaves, or there'll be this just random one falling leaf that lands like next to your foot, or there'll be some kind of random, it has to do with trees and leaves, that's going to fall in, and you're going to see it during this time period. Thinking about things harshly, allowing and moving through the emotion, that's energy in motion. Cry it out, sob it all out, allow the flow. It is very healing. Then get pissed, and then get through it and start again. Becoming the Magician. He has all the tools he needs. And he's happy doing it. It's a happy little Virgo card there, it looks like, you know? He's a happy camper. He knows he's just starting. He knows he doesn't have much. He knows he's beginning. But he's okay with it. All right? Thank you to the water signs. I love you very much. Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. Sending you so much love from my heart. Truly. Ask for a sign. You'll see it. You will. I have faith in that. The fact that you got the Sun, though, because the Sun is like the best card that you can get. After all of this pain, all of this hurt, the Sun with the fire element, it's the best card you can get. There is a light at the end of all of it. For sure. For sure, for sure. Thank you, water signs. That's right. Chasing sunshine. She has the idea. Signs are everywhere if you just look closely. You have to pay attention, right? Okay, let me give these a shuffle for the next read. Aaron says he wants to cut the cards you just shuffled. Well, they get shuffled and cut and then shuffled again as I'm holding them, and then I receive tones in my ears, or I feel the energy to pull the card, or the card pops. It was a rough read, but I have a feeling we're not going to have easy ones tonight. The energy's not there. Back over here. Give them a little more shuffle. Get everything ready for the next sign. Thank you, water signs. And now we are on to what it looks like to be Earth energies. Earth signs. Thank you, Amy. Earth is at 127. Look at that. All right. Earth, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. Our beautiful earth sign energies. Let me make sure I don't have these upside down. I do. In private readings, I do read the reversals, but here, just for the visual sake, so that you guys can see the actual cards, it's easier to just keep them in the upright. Either way, I can read them. I started reading cards when I was 15. Yes, indeed, I did. I just heard somebody ask that in the YouTube replay. Hi in the YouTube replay, you awesome time travelers. Don't forget to comment down below. Hit subscribe and like, okay? Make sure you comment to get in the drawing. We'll do the drawing here in 2 weeks for 2 awesome psychic card reading, or one's an access bar session and one is a card reading from Liz Pena and Company. Don't forget, she is hosting the Psychic Fair coming up. So you want to make sure that you look below in the description and follow the link to her website if you want to know about all the awesome booths and all. They have a lot of fun booths and just different products to go and check out in the Corpus Christi area. Right on the bayfront. It's beautiful. So go check it out. All right. Cup Popper. Nine of Cups. Somebody is quite satisfied in their overindulgence. It looks like they could just be a real happy camper. But the Nine of Cups is emotional fulfillment, having plenty enough to give. So the way I work with these is I put it back in the deck, and if it's meant to come out, it will. But we need to get tuned in here. So, wow, these cards keep popping. Looks like we have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune has all of the fixed energies. You can see Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, represented by the eagle, and Aquarius, okay? So that's very fixed energy. It's very karmic energy. Everything we're dealing with here is a karmic time period, and it's all within the cycles. It could be a good fortune. It could be not so good. But in all of creation, it's all created by you, right? And even the hard, more difficult, challenging things are meant to move us. So, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus frequencies. I'm smelling spices, like a real strong spicy spice. Somebody's cooking spices or something. Smelling spices. Okay, these cards are ready. Let's go. We have the Seven of Cups to start out the Earth sign read. The Ace of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. All right, so there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of anxiety going on here. There's too many choices. There's too many directions that you're trying to go. But the challenge here is to understand that your creative spark, your creative passion is the way to go. Getting lost in this anxiety, this mental strain, it's not going to do any good because it's over anyway. This is the second Ten of Swords that we've received in two readings. Two separate decks. These are harsh energies. This is harsh endings happening. Worrying over it is not going to do you any good. See, these cups are, each one of these cups are something that's emotionally fulfilling to your earth signs. Lots of different choices, lots of different things that you could choose from, but it becomes kind of scattered. Like, I'm not real sure what my heart really wants. I'm not real sure which way I really want to go. I have all of these different things I could do, but I know that my creative passion is the way to go. What truly lights me up. This is a seed. It's just the beginning. There are 4 of these in the deck. This is staying up at night with anxieties, not knowing which way to turn, and then realizing it's over. Air energies are all about the mental. They're all about how you communicate, the spoken word within, what you're speaking within yourselves, earth signs. This just down for the count, though. It's done. It's over. You have coming in from outside of you the 5 of Wands and then the 3 of Wands. The 5 of Wands, there's some kind of battle that's going on here. But I feel like this battle is very much like, okay, so this is representation of someone coming in from outside of you. or an energy coming in from outside of you. It's like healthy competition that goes wrong. You know, it could be just like you're competing with yourself. I feel like this is all within you. It's like you're competing with yourself on which decision to make, knowing that it's already over. This other decision that you feel like, okay, I really want to be doing this with my life, but I have all of this other stuff. And I just don't know which way to go. But I know that that other part of my life is over. I can't take this back and forth competition crap anymore, is what I'm feeling. It's like you don't want to do it anymore. Even if it's lighthearted fun. You just don't want to do it. You're not into it. This right here tells me you're in a law of attract in this brand new spark. But you have to be able to release the anxiety, earth signs. Realizing it's over. The Ten of Swords, like I said last reading to the water signs, I like the Ten of Swords. I don't so much like when the Nine of Swords comes before the Ten of Swords because, oh shit. It's like you're still worried about all this even though it's done and it's been really harsh and difficult. But this tells me that there's just like something that you know you can't deal with anymore. And you're going to law of attract that creative spark in. Because he's chosen his path. He's chosen. And he knows that the quantum universe is it's full of all of these possibilities. And the quantum universe is going to bring to him what he most desires through his creative spark that he must take action on. It's just a seed. If a seed just sits there on the counter, it doesn't do shit. You have to put it in the ground. You have to water it. You have to fertilize it. Yada, yada, yada. Same thing with this wand. It's a creative spark. It's a creative energy. It's a passion. It's what you're going to, what's going to move you out of this energy. Vision work. I'm getting vision work. Spicing your life up a little bit. That's what I'm hearing. Releasing this competition. The need for the competition is what's giving you all of these choices. These emotional choices. It's like, this, that. It's just too much. It's too much. It's too much. I can't take it. It's too much. What's the outcome? Right there. Bam. Ms. Justice herself. Look at that. Miss Justice herself is just sitting there balanced. This is Libra. See her scales? She also holds her sword. She's not allowing those swords to push, to go in her back. You see? She holds her sword. Strong, proud, balanced, poised. In all knowingness, in all truth. Her sword is held in her truth. She is justice. This is major life event, major arcana card, overriding all of it. On the bottom of the deck, again, this came out last read for the water signs. You may have an earth and a water, like you, because these reads are sun, moon, and risings. You might have an earth and a water on your astrological birth chart. This is give and take. Look, there's the scales again. Okay? So basically, this card and this card are very much in alignment. This is what has to happen. You must be able to give to yourself in order to receive, in order to manifest. Make the choice, follow your creative spark, use your visionary work. Through breath work, through meditation, through walking, through working out, through creating art, however it is you get there in your highest frequency, in your highest joy, that's when you do the visionary work. That's when you're in poise. You're like, I am the boss bitch. Libra. Balanced. All-knowing, all-wise. Compromising, even, you know? Like, knowing that I'm not going to compromise. You know, I know what is just here. And I'm standing in my truth. I won't be treated like this shit no more. And I won't do it to myself anymore. I'm going to see that I have plenty. This gentleman here, he has plenty to give, right? He's giving to the poor, and they are in receiving mode. But he also needs to understand that he must receive. All right, let's go ahead and pull from the Black Moon astrology deck to get some more clarity here. Black Moon astrology. Black Moon astrology. I don't know how else to get rid of them. I've gone to their site and I've blocked them and everything, and they just keep coming back. Okay. The first house, which is the body. The fifth house, which is creativity. And Scorpio, transformation. So you have a 7, an 11, 2. So this first house tells me this is all you. This just confirms to me this is all you. You know, keeping yourself in this anxiety. Yes, some things may have come at you that have been really hard, really challenging, really difficult, but you're creating it. You're creating it. Your law of attracting it in. What's the deeper reason? Is there some childhood wounding? You know, transform. The Scorpio energy transmutes the energy, like to rise from the ashes, you know, to be, I mean, this right here, coming back for something like this, you must rise from the ashes, from the deepest dark shadows of the depths. Creativity. The fifth house is the Leo house, following your heart, your courage. This is your spark. This is your brand new, courageous, beautiful spark, beginning in manifestation, releasing the competition. Leos don't compete. The fifth house is not about competition. It's about the star of the show. The Leo energy is considered the royal house, all right? And they ain't compete. They ain't got any of that competition shit. I know I got my midheaven there. My midheaven is Leo, and I'm not into it. I'm really not. I do my thing. As you know, that's how they are. So do your thing. And really, in your first house, it is all about the body, but it's about the mental body, the physical body, the emotional body. All these emotional choices are up here. And the spiritual body. Getting in alignment with all 4 body systems, right? Pulling that spiritual body into the higher cosmic heart chakra right here, right? Transforming it from the deepest, darkest places and rising like the phoenix. Standing strong in your truth. Balanced. Balancing the duality of the light and the dark that is within all of us. Now we will pull from the Indigo Angels for further Earth sign energies. Okay. Self-reflection. And then this one wanted to kind of ask for a sign. Another ask for a sign out of all those cards. Y'all saw me shuffle them before and after. This right here, I feel like has to do with this law of attraction. And I do not understand how my socks get pulled off almost like every other time I'm up here, my socks just get pulled off. It's like bizarre to me. I'm not kidding. Like one of my socks just got pulled off. All right, the 5th house. Maybe it's saying to me, you know, go and get yourself into that full body state. Maybe get a massage. Maybe get yourself a foot massage or get a pedicure or do something to really shift yourself out of this harsh anxiety frequency, dropping that competition, knowing you're going to have to make some choices here. But the creative spark in your 1st house of your body, all your bodies, taking care of yourself through creativity. Get creative. Be courageous. Leo has inner strength. That 5th house is all about inner strength. Self-reflection. When you get into that spark, when you feel into that energy, that is when you do your visionary, your law of attraction work. That's when you pull stuff in. Right? Lots of work to do here. Your signs will be there as well. I feel like your signs are going to come around that full moon, though. 2 weeks from now, you'll be seeing stuff around the full moon. Yeah. Full moon in Pisces coming up. 2 weeks. Thank you, Earth signs. I hope this assisted you. I'm sending you so much love, light, compassion, strength, and courage to get through this. You got it. If it's not balanced, don't play there. And the competition factor needs to go. If you feel like, or somebody's coming at you and they're like, you know, giving you that competition crap, just tell them to back off. Politely. But just tell them that's not what you're about. You're not into it. Just trying to do your best to live your life, right? Transform it. Transmute the energy. Gosh, don't tell me I did it. Oh, I didn't. I thought I mixed them in upside down. All right, let me give these a couple of shuffles before we go ahead. There will be a celebration to come after a very long, challenging journey. But these are emotional, celebratory energies. Void of course moon. So when the moon is void of course, which by the way, I think it's void of course right now. Yes, it is. When the moon is void of course, it's when you want to kind of like back off of stuff. Like stuff can get out of hand real quick. You know, you want to kind of like hang back. It'll be void of course until I think midday tomorrow. And one last little shuffle on these, just so that they are prepared for the next sign. Thank you for your patience. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. And thank you to the moderators. Everybody, thank you to the moderators who helped to it. I don't know what else to do with that one other than just keep reporting them. I've gone to their actual page and it's a bot. And I honestly, every time I report it, and I block it, and it's blocked, but for some reason they're still getting through, so I don't know why. Yeah, it's a bot. It's a bot. It's a bot. Wow. Renee. There you go. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, Erin, I see what you're saying there. Yeah, you can always go back to the YouTube on the replay and you can back it up a little bit and watch it. Sorry you missed just the tail end. Sorry you just caught the tail end, but thanks for being here. Okay, so what are we doing next? What are we doing next? Air. Thank you. Thank you, Jerry Lynn. I see you. So we've got air energies next. And there's the time for air for everyone on the YouTube replay. My eyes just started watering. Okay. And I don't have any incense or anything going in here. The smoke is rising. Volcanic events. I'm kind of like seeing volcano eruptions, which could be literal or it could be metaphorical. There she blows. Okay. We were speaking to Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And we're starting with the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. This is a new deck. Well, not new to me because I've played with it a few times, but this is a new deck for this channel. And it's really cool. It's got little like inner beings and inner creatures in it. But it's very everyday life. Like bringing the tarot into everyday life. And I really like it a lot. So, here we go. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra energies, please. Ace of Cups. Woo-woo! Isn't that beautiful to kick off the air sign read? That's what I like to see. It's a emotional fulfillment. It's a wonderful feeling. It's like these girls, they just won their swim meet, right? It's that feeling of, I did it, right? It's emotional joy. It's a love offer. But it's at the very beginning stages. They're young, they're passionate, you know? They're freeing. These that wanted to come. The Two of Wands. The Queen of Wands. And coming in from outside of you, major life event, major arcana, the Moon card for the air sign read. So your challenge here is, okay, so you can see this guy, and he is like, he's got a lot of things he's doing, right? He's drumming, he's performing, and he's flipping his sticks in the air. He's got a lot of things going on all at once. When really all he wants to do is follow his heart's desire, you know? You can see the earth energy depicted here. Like he wants to take on the world. So getting this, oh, and I'm getting so many tingles on this. This Ace of Cups, whew, it's really getting me. Okay, the Ace of Cups here is telling me you're at the beginning stages of something very emotional, fulfilling. There is a challenge here to make choices. Creepy crawlers. Okay, I'm seeing creepy crawlers. There are creepy crawlers crawling around in here. Okay, they're not real, I don't think. Okay, weird. The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, she is large and in charge. See, she is like conducting this entire huge orchestra to put on the huge, spectacular 4th of July show. This is someone who knows their passion, knows their art, knows their creativity, stands strong in their fire, stands strong in their passions. But outside of you, there is something going on here that's unknown. Okay, so the moon, major life event, major arcana card, the moon coming in. There's something unknown. Something quite mystical I'm feeling. I feel like there's a lot of people involved with this situation, and there's people that are watching you. I feel like it's almost like they're creepy crawling around. That's probably why I was seeing things in here. It's like they're creepy crawling around, like there's people watching you, you air signs. You might have earth sign energy, or there may be an earth sign involved. But the challenge here is to make a choice and to move forward. You can't keep, you can't just stay with, it's a crossroads. You're at a crossroads. Okay? You're at a crossroads to be fulfilled, large, and in charge of whatever it is that you're doing. There's something unknown is coming in. There's something very, something coming. 6 of Wands. This is like getting all kinds of accolades. Like I said, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people around you. There's a lot of people watching you, paying attention to you, wanting to learn from you even. But they're watching. And there's certain people that I feel that are not like you're doing so well. Like you're making your choice. You've come to your crossroads. You're succeeding. You're doing so well. Like this is like literally the heroes. This is a hero. This is like, look at me, what I've done. I've accomplished this. Yes. Wow. Awesome. Right? Air signs. But I feel like there's just some people around you that are not vibing with it for some reason. I mean, there's some people that are supporting you. Don't get me wrong. But there's just an energy here of some people that are that you just don't know about, that you're not seeing, that aren't particularly, it's just not seen. The 9 of Coins. I love the 9 of Coins. Okay, so the 9 of Coins is, she is completely mastering and has mastered everything that she does. Okay? So like whatever it is you're doing, you're mastering it. Go you. I mean, that's amazing, air signs. She's mastered, she's poised, but this is like the single woman card or the single man card. Don't ever get caught up on gender with these cards, ever. This is mastering it. It's really a beautiful read. Be cautious of people on the outside. Like, so see, okay, I just saw that. See, these little people are kind of like even, I don't know, I feel like they're laughing at her. You know, she's this bag lady. She's mysterious. I feel like this one is like maybe joyous for her, but I feel like these are kind of like not being so kind. But you just got to stay in your mastery. Look at her just sitting there reading her book with her cat, with her fruit. She's all poised. She knows what she's got to do. She has a fresh breeze coming through, and you can see the little spirits in all of these cards. They're always hidden in there. Your little creature spirits in there, or the little, like, see, okay. They're always there with you. They're always cheering you on. Don't be the fool, though. Look here. On the bottom of the deck, you have the Fool card. I'll turn it this way just so you can see a little bit better. These are big old cards, so that's why I had to leave the screen big this time. Let's see if I can make it. There. Okay. The Fool card, this is taking a chance, jumping into something without looking, without being cautious. It's also acting foolishly. Continue doing you. Continue being who you are. I'm super proud of you and all of your beautiful accomplishments. But be wise. Pay attention. If something feels off about somebody, it is. Don't be the fool. You know? This guy, look at him. He's like about to fall off the edge. His paint is all spilled, and his cat's looking at him like, you dumbass, what are you doing? Well, hello, pay attention. You know, and then this guy, you know, he's just over here chasing, what is that, like a hummingbird. He's holding a hummingbird. You know, he's supposed to be working in this construction, and this guy back over here is like, hey, you're about to fall off, you know, the scaffolding here. You know, but he don't care. He's just going to go with it. He's just going with it. Sometimes this card can mean, yes, jump, take that chance. But this card in this stance, from what I'm getting, is don't be a fool. Pay attention to what's going on with the others. Continue to succeed. Continue to stay poised and in your power, because you've challenged to make the choice. But remember, foolishness, Queen of Blades, sometimes you got to strike it. Sometimes you got to cut it. Like we were talking about dissolving the cords. Cutting the cords, dissolving the cords. Sometimes you got to, in order to get to this success. Because some people aren't, when you're happy and you're doing well, there's always people that be hating. Haters gotta hate, right? All right, so let's go with the Black Moon astrology cards for the beautiful air signs. Black Moon astrology cards, please. That's the one they want. Look at that. The Void-of-Course Moon coming in right here for this moon. The Void-of-Course Moon is never a time. I mean, this is a warning. This is your warning. All of this good is going on, but this is your warning to pay attention to the others. Don't let somebody come in and act a fool and mess up the good stuff that you've got going because you weren't paying attention, because you're all up involved in your own stuff. You see? And on the bottom, you got the Sun card. That's amazing. The sun is your spirit. It's your soul. It's your heart. You know, it's who you are at a deeper soul level. Look deeper. Don't live on the superficial surface level. To you air signs, you can sometimes get caught up in that, in the day-to-day living in this realm that we live in. All right, what else? Oh, we got the indigo cards. Let's look here at the indigo cards. Indigo Angels to close the air sign read. Oh, my back is hurting tonight. Oh, I need to stretch. Here it comes. Divine timing. You got divine timing there. Look at that. Everything happens in divine timing, right? If everything happens in divine timing, you're celebrating your power. You're crushing it, right? You're poised. You're mastering what it is that you're doing, right? Don't jump too quick, not paying attention to the bullshit from the others. Take your time with it. Feel in to your spirit before you rush. This could be a very scattered energy mentally, especially for the air signs right now. So remember to take your time. See it from a higher perspective. What are you using? Are you using all your skills that you have acquired and mastered in order to champion through? Do some of those skills have to do with the fact that maybe, possibly, there are some things that you do not see, that you do not know, that will have to come to fruition, right? But all in all, so far, best read of the night. Congratulations, air signs. I'm sending you so much love and light. Remember, as you go throughout these next weeks, to be certain to pay attention to the others and the creepy crawlers. There was something I switched on. I saw like 2 or 3 little creepy crawlers, and I had to give it a second look, and then they vanished. So it was just like literally a cross dimension of something. But they were like little creepy little buggy, not big ones. Teeny tiny little buggy things were crawling across here. Something about the creepy crawlers. Some kind of creepy crawlers happening with the air signs. Don't know what that means, but if anybody happens to have some creepy crawlers or something like that, please come back on the replay and put it in the comments, because it's always cool for me to come back and read the comments and find out, you know, what the confirmation was. Oops. I'm going to give these a really good shuffle, because a lot of these same ones keep coming out. Just make sure. But that's kind of how it happens sometimes, right? It just does. Because it's an energy, it's a theme. That one flew off the deck. Popper, last minute there for you air signs. If you didn't get it, you got it now, don't you? Slow down. Everything happens in divine time. Thank you so much. Love you so much. It's crazy. That's right. Tracy Lee has got the right idea. Okay, so this is the last elemental read. Sun, Moon, and Rising, last elemental read. We are on fire read. And at the end of this read, I will take 3 questions. If you have questions, put them in all capital letters. Remember, I'm multi-streaming on Facebook and YouTube and multiple groups. So when you put your stuff in all caps, it just helps me to find it, okay? Wow, man, that energy freaked me out a little bit, y'all. I felt like I had creepy crawlers on me, and they were crawling around everywhere. That's a first. I've never had that before. Never had it like where I literally visually saw little creepy crawlers. They looked like He looked like a cross between an ant and a teeny tiny, like a robot spider ant thing. And they were like around, and there was like a bunch of them everywhere. And then I felt like they were getting on me, and then they went away. That was trippy. Okay. Are we on? Hi, Katiana. Kataya. Ooh, what a pretty name. Just checking in. Just checking in to make sure I'm not missing anything. Yes. Renee here on YouTube reminds everybody at the end of the read, I'll take questions if you put them all in capital letters, please. You can go ahead and start doing that now as we go into the fire sign read. We are speaking to fire energies, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This is the fire sign read and the final read of the night. Make sure I don't have those upside down. Burning. I see people, please be careful this week with fire, smoke, burning yourself accidentally, getting burned by people. This has been something that could pop up, accidents happening during this time. Mars in a tight square to this new moon in Virgo. Energies. Mars is war, it's flames, it's fire, it's hot, it's passions. Of course, you know, it could get real, but it could also, you know, it could also be, and I hate to say it, but it's coming through, it could also be like men taking advantage of women, you know, in a very harsh way. Or even women getting, you know, physical, you know, with that. But it's really the male energy, the divine feminine coming up in everybody. The divine feminine being blocked, being hurt, being shunked, with the divine masculine coming in, and it's dangerous. New moon. You are heard. Well, to start out the wonderful fire sign read, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, we have the Ace of Coin. I love the Ace of Coin. The Ace of Coin is tangible beginnings. Something tangible that you actually create in this 3D reality. Followed by the Knight of Cups. Or no, wait. Sorry, the glare. The Knight of Swords. And, wow. The Knight of Wands. So, something coming in. Okay, so this Knight of Swords, these are both fast energies, by the way, okay? The Knight of Swords coming in. This is someone, and I'm sorry, this is the Page of Wands. My bad. This is the Page of Wands. These cards are a little bit different, and I have a glare going on here because of the gold. It's hard for me to see. Y'all see beautifully. This page right here, I feel like there's something that you're going to learn involving this new start. There's some kind of energy that's going to be rushing in. It's quick, fast communications, things coming in and leaving quick, coming in and leaving quick. and then you having to turn around and learn something from all of it. Like you're learning something from all of this. Having to do, I mean, wands is fire energy. That is your energy, okay? So, but this is like intel, okay? This is like a text, a phone message, or email, or something like that, coming in quick, or just be somebody coming in and telling you something, having to do with this new start that you're beginning, this tangible, like the earth energy is stuff that you can feel, taste, smell. It's tangible in this reality, okay? It's not like a mental thing. So then you're going to have to step out and learn something from it. Like there's some kind of something you're learning. I'm seeing like words and books and stuff. Maybe you're furthering your education on something, but you're having to turn your back onto whatever this is that's coming in. Fire signs. That's it right there. Want both those? Yep. So you have, woo, I'm getting tingled again. Coming in from outside of you, you have the Hermit. This is Virgo energy right here. And then we have the Six of Cups, which was, I believe, came out in one of the other signs. The Hermit energy goes deep within, learning. See, here's your learning. You're just starting, and now you got to go deep. You've got to really dive in to some of your past, I feel like. Whatever is happening with this new start, this communication, this stuff that you're having to go out on your own to learn. This right here, this Hermit card, this is major life event, major arcana. This is someone from outside of you coming in to assist, okay? This could be a guru. This is like a professor or a teacher of some sort. They have mastered everything, and they are very deeply spiritual. See, he holds the star in his lantern to guide his way. The star of Aquarius, okay? The star of enlightenment, the star of quantum reality, all right? He holds that. And he holds his wand of passion. And you have the learning wand with the page. The page is young energy. It's the student. It's just a beginner. It's like the freshman just gone off to college, right? So this right here, though, you have to learn something from your past. Because this is looking back to the past, being melancholy, emotional fulfillment. Cups are about emotion. What you hold on to. Each one of those cups is something that has gone through you in your emotional body, in your emotional field, and you've held on to it, and now you have to look back on it, and you have to learn. You're learning some kind of communication. Someone's going to assist you. Watch for the signs. Ooh, all deep high water. Deep high water. If there's water coming, get out of the water. Deep high water. I'm seeing deep high water. Yeah. Or don't get into deep waters is how it's coming through. Hot water. Yeah, okay. So look at there. What you're learning here is not going to be easy, because you're having to look back on stuff that was challenging in order to receive this new beginning. This guy right here, he's almost to the end of it. Each one of those wands represents some kind of overcoming accomplishments, creative sparks, going through life diligently, passionately, moving forward. This is fire energy, okay? You have the fire energy here, you have the fire energy here, you have earth holding fire, holding air in this major life event, major arcana card. Some kind of information is going to come in. You're going to have to turn your back to it. You can't go there. And you have the Page of Cups. So you're not only learning through your creativity and what you're working here, but you're also learning through your heart. You're learning through your passions. You're learning through how am I going to begin again. But you still have a ways to go to even get there. So something is offered that you have to literally, it's not going to work. You have to go and learn some more. There's something that you have to learn more on. Watch for the guru, the teacher, the professor, or even just could be, you know, someone who is very considered, like they've researched and studied and they know, you know, that they're very deep within their craft, whatever it is it may be. The reason for all of this is because you were not wanting to see. You were not wanting to see what the true meaning of the situation is. So the true meaning of the situation has come forth. You thought it, that's right, the offer. You have to turn your back on the offer. You have to go it alone. I mean, you'll have someone there to assist you, and it may even just be the guru within you, you know. Feeling wounded after the battle, looking back on things and learning from the past. Feel the fucking wounds, fire sign, feel it. Feel every ounce of those wounds from the past. Just feel. Yeah. All right, so let's go with all right. Really? Please tell me I caught it. No, it fell. Hold on. It fell. Where'd it go? Or did it? Oh my goodness. Oh, there it is. Virgo, analyze. I love it. I'll give you one more on this one. Virgo, analyze. That's Virgo right there. Right there. Maybe you're going to be dealing with a Virgo. Or maybe you have a sun, moon, or rising that is a Virgo energy. Jeez. These cards are flying. 7th house, partners. Yeah. Look for a new partner. I feel like the offer that's coming through here, this tangible offer with this information that's coming in fast, you have to find a new partner. There's a new partner with this situation. You know, the partners that you have, you don't necessarily have to throw them out. You can look back and learn from the situation, right? Because this is looking back on the past, feeling all like, oh, well, that was so good. And when I was younger, it was so much easier. And I loved that person, you know what I'm saying? Or I loved that situation. And now it's all hard and shit, you know? It's all hard and shit. But you have to start over. Something that's going to be offered, you must fine-tune the detailing now to get through it. It's a very naive kind of thing that we do when we're presented with situations in our lives. We just want the best from everybody, and we expect the best, and we try to do our best. And sometimes we're just naive to situations until it's blown up in our face, right? You are safe. You are safe. You are loved. It is okay to break down and feel all of those emotions. It's okay. Fire signs, sometimes you guys, like, you get so passionate up in what it is you're doing that you forget you need to release control and cry or scream or whatever it is to release that energy so that you can get past this stuff. There is a wisdom there in that. And if you can't master that part of it, you're going to have a hard time getting to where you can manifest. One more. Right there. You already know this. You already know this. You already know this. It's all within you, the remembering. and how to do this. And it's all right if you have to start over and you have to seek wisdom. And if you have to find new partners, so be it. You find new partners. It's meant to be. You're orchestrating it all anyway. Through this beautiful reality that we get to experience. I love you. I'm sending you so much love, patience, and I really want you to cry. I want you to cry it out. Because when you do, you're going to feel like, okay, I can begin. I can learn. Even if I have to look back on things that hurt me, I can take on these day-to-day tasks that are not easy, that are painful, and get through it. Yeah. You have a divine purpose. It's right there on the bottom. Follow it. Thank you. Thank you so much, fire signs. I love you. I'm sending you so much love, light, all the beautiful love in the world. Not a bad read there. Just some wisdom needing learned, some emotions needing, and a warning not to accept the quick, fast offer. It's not going to happen that way. It's going to take time. All right then. So now that concludes the tarot and the astrology of the night. I will take a few questions at this time. We had a popper. Time to create. Yes, it's time to create. I love it. Time to create. All right, thank you, fire signs. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay. What's going on here? Renee. Yeah. All right, I'm looking for all caps. You must put your questions in all caps. They look like little microchip bots. That's what they look like. I'm gonna find a picture and I'm gonna post it on my page because I hadn't seen nothing like that before. I might have to just try to draw it. Smudge the chat. Okay. Let's just let that burn for a second. All right, here we go. This is the end of the night. And just please remember, come back next Tuesday night, okay? Don't forget, come back next Tuesday night. We love to have you here, or watch on the replays if you're a time-traveling guru. We love having you here, okay? And then also, please be sure that you like and subscribe to the YouTube in order to get in on the drawings. Also, it helps me, and I appreciate it. All of the information for the giveaways, the astrology, and everything about me is listed below in the description. I pay for these prizes, and I also pay for shipping. So if you feel so inclined to help, I would love you to donate. $5 pays for a quarter of the shipping most of the time. Most of the time it's around 12, 15, sometimes $20. Just depends on how big the items are. So helps me out. My Venmo and my PayPal are down there. If you're doing PayPal, please do friends and family so I don't have a fee. I appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody who has given. Thank you. Yes, receive the sacred sponge in gratitude. Savati Sharma. Savati Sharma. I love that. That's beautiful. You have a beautiful name. Beautiful name. Thank you for being here. Everybody go to the YouTube. If you're on Facebook, be sure to click the link and go over to the YouTube. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. Hi, Maria. Be a time traveler. We love you, time travelers. Thank you. Thank you. And then there is Manny, who's also going to have to be a time traveler and go back. Yay. I will have you a new moon in Virgo quote by tomorrow evening. I've already worked on it. I just got to get it over to you. All right, I'm looking for any questions. Let me double check. Let me see. If anybody has questions, now is the time. I will take 3 questions. If not, I'm out of here. If there's no questions in the chat, I'm going to move on. Move on down the road. So I'll tell you a little story. I had this wonderful, lovely friend / client come to stay with me who has stage 4 cancer. And she and her friend, which they're both my friends, like I knew them, I knew her since junior high school, you know, but I hadn't seen him in years, many, many years. It'd been a long time since I'd seen him. And they came here because, you know, I was offering healing. And not really healing. I don't like to say I'm going to do the healing, because that's not how it works. But, you know, offer guidance. Sit with them, channel. Put them on the UTK healing mat that has all the infrared light and the stones and the copper and the magnets. Put them in the pyramid that I have here, the 7-foot Russian energy healing pyramid. We did a lot of work. And then as we were leaving, you know, of course, I prayed with them before we all held hands and we prayed. We did, you know, a lot of wonderful work out on the beach. You know, I brought all of my tools, my smudge and everything. Anyway, I really wanted to tell you something that was kind of interesting. At the end there, after we did the prayer, she goes, you know what we sang all the way here? And I was like, what? And they were like, we're off to see the wizard. We were singing, we're off to see the wizard. Like they were coming here to see me like I was a wizard. And I thought, that was the most precious thing that they could have said in that moment. I never thought of myself as a wizard. Anyway, it's about new perspectives right now, right? Seeing yourself in a whole new way. And then taking practical, tangible, step by step moments in Virgo in order to fine tune the self in preparation for Libra season next month. So I just wanted to share it because it was coming through. So I love you both. I've got to go. If you guys, do I have any questions? We got Los Santos, then Aaron, Jerry Lynn, Cheryl, if you have time. I'm just looking. All right, Los Santos. Let me look up here. That's very general. Love and Scorpios. Okay. So like how to love a Scorpio, or you kind of got to get more specific as to what actually is going on here. So we're going with Cheryl. Because she's next, unless I see Los Santos follow-up. Thank you, Los Santos. Los Santos Customs. Ooh, you do custom cars. That's so cool. Let me see. Yeah, how neat. So you're in the UK. Awesome. Awesome. Thanks for joining. That's very cool. Okay, question is regarding love, and I'm a Scorpio. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just tune into your Scorpionic energy. I'm also a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising, and a Scorpio Mars. So I have a stellium in Scorpio, and I'm Scorpio Sun and Rising in the first house. I have extreme Scorpio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull one of these first. And whatever your question is concerning love, you'll get the answer. That's the one. Libra. Balance. Everything must be in balance. Libra energy is very poised. It's all about beauty. It is about love. It is also about having patience and no fighting. I mean, Libras, they're going to be always the ones to try to calm things down. They do not like conflict. So less conflict in your love situation. But let's also get from the Indigo Angels, and that one just flew right out of my hands. Let's see. You are loved. You are loved. If you're dealing with the Libra, she could be a sun, or he could be a sun, moon, and rising. You are loved. But I feel like this love has been it's unrequited. Like you're not feeling it, or she's not, he or whoever the partner is not feeling it. It's almost like you're afraid, or the other person is afraid to come forth with the love. You have to, as a Scorpio, okay, so as a Scorpio person, you identify as someone with strength, someone with creativity. This person that you're dealing with may not be aware of the strength and creativity that you can bring to the balancing of the relationship. The duality, the dueling, that's over. You must feel. No more hot passions. No more angry fighting. It must be in balance through love. I mean, look at this. She's in relationship. If your answer was to get into a relationship, she's in relationship. Cancerian energy is very nurturing, very loving, but it's also very private. I feel a very private energy going with all of this for you. Very private. And you see how he's holding back his offer of love. And he's hanging his head like, I don't know if I should do this. You have to feel into it. You are extremely psychic, intuitive yourself. You will know by sitting and breathing and feeling into it. Let go of the monkey mind. Don't get caught up in the thought processes of it. This other person is all about the mind and thinking and overthinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and then fighting and fighting and dueling and dueling. The 11th house is call upon your friends. Call upon your mates. Whoever it is around you that you trust, ask them what they think about this situation. And then go with that guidance. You are loved. 11th house is all about the other. Outside of you. The collective. I hope that helped you. I hope that helped you a little bit. That's different. Thank you. Thank you for your question. Thank you for tuning in. We're here every single Tuesday night here in the States, but I know it's Wednesday over in the UK. All right. I also have private readings. I have some clients in the UK that I go live with late at night, but it's early morning for you. So, okay. Whew. Let's see what's the next question. Where is Aaron's question? I see Aaron is next. I'm looking for Aaron. Hi, Tammy. It's okay. Just back it on up and be a time traveler. You're all right for being late. Oh, Cheryl, that is so sweet. I love that Divine Spirit brought you to me too. Okay, here's Aaron's. I see Aaron's now. Okay, we have a card read. Thank you. Renee noted the order. I will pass if you don't have time. Do you just want a card? Okay, so we'll just go. For Aaron, we'll just go with these new cards. The Everyday Enchantment. Big cards. Okay, right there. You have the King of Blades, or the King of Swords, Air Energy, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Major Life Event, Major Arcana card, the Star. Major Life Event, Major Arcana card, the Emperor. There is Aries energy right there, and this is Aquarius energy. So on the bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Blades, which tells me there's anxiety going on around you. Somebody has anxiety around you. Someone's up at night. They can't sleep. Maybe you're even seeing that maybe you're getting affected by the solar flares, or someone you live with is being affected by like the solar flares, the electromagnetics of the planet, you know, that we've been getting hit with. Sometimes that can keep you up at night. I'm getting tingles. Okay, so this King of Blades, this is Libra, Aries, Gemini. It's a fair, sound judgment. It's a person who's coming in, like you can see, they are judges here, right? And they're like literally, you know, going to make sure that everything is sound. I feel like you have to make sure things are balanced and sound. I'm feeling very much Libra energy from this one for some reason. So this Star card, look at her. You know, she knows that she can give and give and give and give and give. And she will be replenished and replenished and replenished by giving, by being of service. She therefore is service to self. She must continuously feel the flow. The Star card is the ultimate wish fulfillment card, okay? But because you have the Emperor here, which is large and in charge, right? The big bad boss that's hanging around you, possibly giving you the anxiety, all right? Or maybe it's you that's giving you the anxiety. You need to remember that you can fulfill yourself. You can fulfill yourself. You can replenish yourself, okay? It's continuous. But you have to be able to be service to self first, then service to others. What else do we have here? That's it. Physical outlet. How much physical work are you doing? Like literally, this feels like a lot of work. Like you're doing. You're trying to keep things balanced. But really, are you dancing? Are you power walking through nature? Are you swimming? I want you to really get out and get physical into this in order to balance, because you're giving a lot and you're in charge of a lot and you're doing a lot. It needs balance. Service to self, then service to others. The cup continuously fills itself when you're servicing yourself first and then the other. Okay? Thank you, Erin. I will take one more question. I hope that helped. I hope that resonated. That was fun. That was a good one, I think. I like it. I like it. I'm super high right now. Like, I get high off these energies. So I'm getting kind of cloudy. Like I'm in a dream. Like I'm in a fantasy here. Okay, but guess what? We are, right? Isn't it crazy? We're in these physical bodies in this augmented reality. It's so fucking cool. Woo! Okay, I will take one more question, and I'm going to look for the one that's in caps, because I'm not kidding y'all. I'm really getting high at this point. All right. My foreign settled. I'm trying to see what Katiana's question. My question is foreign settled. Okay. Katiana, my question is foreign settled. Do you mean like a settlement? Like is the foreign, like to be settled? Or do you have a foreigner that's coming in to settle? Like a refugee or something? I'm sorry, I'm not following. My foreign settled. Oh, you're so pretty. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm going to pull from the Golden Nouveau. Tatiana. This will be the last question of the night. Tatiana. Libra, that Justice Libra. I don't know if you have Libra in your chart, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This is major life event, major arcana card saying it is just, it is balanced. And if you have any kind of like, you're trying to get a visa or you're trying to get into another country, this says that those documents and everything will come through. The truth. You know, she holds the sword of truth. She holds the scale of balance. So that's good. If that's what I'm following. That's what I'm intuiting. The Six of Swords. Yes. Yes. This is, I'm sorry, the Six of Wands. This is fire energy. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. This right here is getting all the accolades. It's championship. It's yes, I did it. He's been out. He's been battling, right? Battling to get to where he wants to go. And finally he succeeds and he comes home and everybody cheers and says, yes, you did it. You did it, Katiana. You did it. So yes, I feel like your answer is yes. And again, with a 6. So the give and take. You may have to get some help and be able to receive. Be open to receive it. Open to receive. Open, receive. Open, receive. Open yourself. Don't block yourself. because you got Judgment on the bottom to close this reading. This is a second chance. If you've been looking for a second chance, this is major life event. See, Archangel Gabriel blowing his horn. By the way, Archangel Gabriel is in representation of Regulus and the moon and the sun. Okay, so Regulus is royal star, the fixed royal star of Regulus. It's right at the tail end of Leo, at the beginning of Virgo. That's where we're at right now, and that's where we're getting light worker activation. That's where you're getting your spiritual activations. And Gabriel is in representation of Regulus. He hangs out in that realm. This right here says he's blowing his horn to lift you, to raise you on up, raise you up. Yes, beautiful, beautiful read. There you go if you want to take a picture. Oh shit, you can't see the damn cards. I'm sorry. I forgot I didn't have them down there. Okay, there's the cards if you want to take a picture. I just get going in the flow, and I'm sorry, that's how it goes. Yeah. You'll be good. You'll be good. It may take time because it takes a little time for this accomplishment here. But see, here's the scales and the scales again. Balancing it out. Very important. Thank you. I hope that helped you, Katiana. Thank you for joining us tonight, everybody. This has been great. Have a beautiful, blessed Virgo moon. Remember, this is harsh energies. You're ahead of the game. You're ahead of the game because you know this stuff's coming. Take a deep breath. Get to practical planning. Day to day. Moment to moment. In the now. Don't allow everything to become so overwhelming, because this is that kind of energy. All right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys. Have a beautiful week. I will see you next Tuesday night at 7 Central, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, and midnight Universal Time the next day in Australia, New Zealand, in the Southern Hemisphere, in Africa. Thank you so much. I love connecting with you around the world. Your energy helps my energy. So your frequency rocks. Thank you. Thank you so much. I love you. I will see you next week. Thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful, beautiful week. Walk in the light and spread the sparkle. You are the God spark.